What is poppin' PP? You got J Bear here, bringing you all the BBR week number 7 going up against Hunky Donkey. I know it's crazy we're that late into the season, but yeah, it's been flying by. It's been a good experience. Spoilers on our record in 3, 2, 1. We are currently 5-1. One more win, guaranteed locks playoffs. So that's a huge spot to be for us. We really, really want to ensure that. Then we can kind of chill in our final 2 weeks against A12 and who I expect to also make the playoffs given their current records. And so that's something that, you know, if we can conserve prep, that will be ideal against those two. And also just, you know, give me more time to focus on other things, which I will never complain about. But yeah. If you are enjoying, I ask that you please leave a like and subscribe. Not a lot of my watch time comes from subscribers. We just hit 1,100, so big thanks to all of you. But yeah, I'm looking to keep grinding and keep bringing you all some content. So with that being said, I guess we can now get into the matchup. As you can see, our team is locked now. There is no more transactions. So yeah, we're going to be rocking out with this team for the remainder of the season and playoffs too. Oh yeah, we're making it, boys. But Hunky's team is pretty interesting. He's got the Raging Bolt and then Weavile as the speed option. Urshifu Rapid Strike, I just put the G-Max one on the dock so it looks more recognizable. Sandy Shocks, Metagross, Talonflame, Serena, Whimsicott, Diancie, and Arbok. Very interesting squad. I don't expect Arbok to come. There's like a whole ass Great Tusk, Jirachi, Overquill. Like, yes, it technically has coverage for them, but it's not doing much damage. This is not Ranbat's Arbok. This is a real Arbok, so it will not be coming. Raging Bolt, super scary. I think the stabs look really, really good into me, so something like Terra Dragon or Terra Electric look really good. I've got a very solid set into those, so I also think that, you know, once he, looking at my side, you know, Terra Fairy Jolteon walls the stabs, right? So if he thinks about that set, he will probably not bring the stabs, but if he does think about, or if he doesn't think about that set and just goes like Terra Electric or Terra Dragon, yeah, we'll be in for a great time. Weavile I've got Prim for, but so is Urshifu Rapid Strike. And like last week when he had Urshifu Single Strike and Gouging Fire on D-Ray's team, we're going to once again look to delocalize our counterplay. Sandy Shocks, interesting Pokemon. Air Balloon Jolteon this time will wall that guy, or Air Balloon Great Tusk, but Air Balloon Jolteon should wall Sandy Shocks, but it can get up spikes, which is kind of annoying. Metagross, perennial threat, potentially like a weakness policy sweeper here, or just like physically defensive with rocks, or Spadef for Latios are all very, very good sets. Talonflame is real for like Slitherwing and such. Cinderace too if he doesn't know my moves. Serena, Whimsicott, Diancie, all interesting options. Serena for spin. Whimsicott gives a little bit more speed to the team, and also like Stun Spore can be kind of annoying. Diancie for like a potential screen setter or Trick Room and such can be interesting. And then Arbok, which will not come. But yeah, looking at our team, you can go ahead and see, like I mentioned, we have Terra Fairy Air Balloon Jolteon, which hopefully will wall Sandy Shocks and wall the Raging Bolt, which is great. And then we really focus on leveraging immunities, so I'm just max special attack, speed for Weavile with the rest in HP, but yeah, our goal is to leverage the immunities. And then we have Overquill with a Rocky Helmet and Primarina with a Rocky Helmet for the combination of Urshifu Rapid Strike and Weavile. Typically Overquill goes more towards the Weavile, Primarina more towards the Urshifu, but depending on what we're looking at, Poison Jab turns can make Primarina a little dicey. That's why we also have the Overquill. And then both of them pretty standard. Overquill I do have Toxic Spikes on because I'm really disrespecting Arbok here. But if I get him, I get him. It's not super critical to my game plan. Great Tusk, I have Booster Energy Speed this week. Supercell Slam, Earthquake, Close Combat, and Rapid Spin. Supercell will hit the Urshifu and the Talonflame, which is really nice. Rapid Spin with the booster speed can help me guarantee get rid of hazards on the turn I may not otherwise be able to. And because we're booster speed, we have a lot of bulk in our HP stat, so we can live a Urshifu hit, which you may not expect. Once he sees the booster speed, he will expect it. But Cinderace, we got Pyro Ball, Zen Headbutt, Iron Head, and Smackdown. Fantastic coverage. Foregoing U-turn for just the ability to hit his entire team for super effective or just very strong damage. This will be our lead. If he doesn't know about Smackdown, that'll be a great way to just ground Talonflame turn 1. Iron Head's great for Diancie, Zen Headbutt for the Urshifu. and other such. They also have like incidental of their overlap, and then Pyro Ball is just very spammable, especially once we can get that whatchamacallit, the Bolt to Terra. And then Jirachi, this is our Bolt Jailer. Rocks, Encore, U-turn, Iron Head. We don't have anything for Urshifu, but the rest of the team has very good coverage onto the Urshifu, so I'm not too worried about it. Scarf is very challenging because it's really hard to lock a move, and you're just going to die to Helmet. And setup, we can just Encore. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, that is our team. Thank you for watching the quick team builder. I will see you all in the battle. Alrighty, and we are in the battle going up against Hunky. He brought Terra Dragon, which is fantastic for us, right? That means our Jolteon will wall unless he's like Heavy Slam. But if he's Heavy Slam, that'd be insane. Although I'm leading the wrong thing. Oops, okay, there we go. Lead Cinderace, always the game plan. Other benches include Urshifu. Okay, so the Overqwil is very expendable here, assuming that we use Prim for Weavile. It's just like the combination of Overqwil plus Prim is expendable, and that is great for us to see. No Urshifu means that also like Cinderace lead is even freer than it was. Yeah, so this is back-to-back weeks where I devote plenty of prep to an Urshifu form and it doesn't come. We're on Fraud Watch, baby. But that's also non-Terra Urshifu. Terra Urshifu, whole different story. But I also have a Latios, which, you know, makes sense. I could have also used that for Urshifu. It's just, you know, harder to do that when Latios is not very bulky. But I definitely understand where he's coming from not bringing it. Instead relying on options like Whimsicott and Talonflame here. I thought, oh, and DNC. I faced one in a mock. I just Iron-Headed it with Cinderace. It was perfect. And yeah, I think that'll be fine. We just have to, you know, not lose to Offensive Trick Room. But we have a whole last bit after Jirachi, so good luck, have fun to Mr. Hunky Donkey. Game plan is win with Jolteon. Oh, there's no Sandy Shocks too, so the balloon's expendable. Yeah, game plan, win with Jolteon. Exploit that Terra. Great Tusk doesn't necessarily need it, so. And that is a Weavile lead. Made myself shiny Cinderace this week just because I felt like it. So I've got a couple of different clicks here. I think turn 1 I'm fine to just switch into Overqwil. I just don't want to take like a banded knockoff, you know? He might also consider switching in case I'm like a Scarfed Cinderace. I feel like that's a pretty good lead. Could be like Sash with Pickpocket. Could be Banded. I just like, you know, I don't want to take like a Banded knockoff or a Banded like potentially Poison Jab if he's like trying to. Okay, yeah, but he does scout us out, which makes sense. If it's Dia, I'm gonna be mad that I didn't just Iron Head. Glacier. Talonflame. Yeah, I could have clicked Smackdown, but that's fine. Go into the Crash Out right here. Could have clicked the Smackdown, but yeah, just didn't have the guts to do so. He could be specially offensive, but he could also be Defog. I think I am just going to attempt to set my Toxic Spikes here. If we get overheated, we get overheated, you know? Yeah, and he's also not Terra Poison Bolt, which is a set that I did see a little bit, especially from PokeLeague. I completely forgot to give my shoutouts this week in my team builder, I just remembered. Shout out Nim, shout out Clize, shout out PokeLeague for the prep support, and the mocks, of course. But yeah, totally lapsed my brain on that one, so at least I remember to do it now. Bro is thinking, if we just, okay, he switches again. Good for me, right? What's the switch in? Hutch? Is it DNC? As we just get our T-Spike up. I can go into Prim on this. Yes, we are physically defensive Prim, but like, what, Rocks will go up here potentially. Could also fish for like a Barb Barrage poison, but I don't need to do that. Once the DNC switches out, it'll get poisoned, unless it's Boots. Yeah. Rocks go up, not the end of the world for me. I have Rapid Spin on my Great Tusk, Boots on my Cinderace. I don't have Court Change Cinderace, obviously, but I needed 4 coverage moves. But good to know that his initial Cinderace swap is Talonflame. That is Smackdownable, right there. Yeah, Spikes. Okay. We will prioritize a spin with Great Tusk later in this game. Flip turn is fine. Surf is also fine, right? Like, yeah. Yeah, I've got options, Surf or Flip turn. If I Flip turn and he stays in, I just go into Jirachi, right? Yeah. So, that's fine. Perfect. See where you want to go. If it's like Zooch. Oh gosh. I play Zooch in DPL tomorrow. That's Metagross. Okay. Are you Rocky Helmet Metagross? No. Okay. So we've got a couple of different options for the initial Metagross pivot. If it's like Weakness Policy, could be a little bit dicey, but I'm fine to just do Cinderace here. I can just click Pyro Ball into Smackdown. Yeah, that's fine. If your Weakness Policy, that's fine. You'll trade. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're probably seeing Talonflame, maybe DNC, but I doubt it. Yeah, Talonflame. That's okay. Could see a Defog. Oh, wow, that does a lot. Yeah, I will just go for the Smackdown here. He's probably faster than me because that did so much. I would assume that his bulk is very low. He could be mixed even, and that's a minus defense, but I don't have my calcs up right now, so. I just like know the physically defensive Talonflames this Smackdown can like even kill, so. From here, absolutely it'll kill. Unless he roosts. If he roosts, oh well. Yeah, because part of my game plan is controlling Metagross, not letting it set up too freely. Worst case, that's Terra Electric on the Great Tusk. We can deal with it. But okay. Brave Birds. Okay, we'll chew this and we'll smack it down. It does a lot of damage, but become a rock type. Bop. Just throw a little rock at him. Cool. And Talonflame falls. Fate. Yeah, the crit did not matter whatsoever. You saw how much Pyro Ball did. Smackdown is about. Because it's 4x super effective and stab, it'll be doing around like 4 times what the Pyro Ball did. A little bit less than that, so. If you go Dia and we can just Iron Head it, that's fine. I'm content with that. Could go Whims. No, you can't go Whims. I'm still faster than it. Could go Bolt. Bit of a precarious spot for Bolt because I don't have Jolteon Terra yet. That is something that I could have prioritized, but I didn't. Quinn is the Bolt. And is not Boots, so we just have it poisoned, which is fine. That's great, actually. And it's Booster Energy. Is it Special Attack? Okay, Booster Special Attack. That's fine. We just go into our DNC. Even if we lose DNC, we now have a Jolteon that completely walls this. So we just have to get it in, and we're golden. And then like it'll set up and potentially win the game, the Jolteon later on with Calm Minds. It looks pretty liable to be able to do so. Like a pretty reliable option. Okay. But if it's like fast Calm Mind, then Jirachi becomes marginally worse, but still not that bad. And Terra Dragon obviously is the Terra type. As long as Cinderace is alive, it's doing its job as well. Like, the health on Cinderace does not really matter. Whew, okay. Yeah, and then I assume Dragon Move is what comes out, right? I have a Great Tusk, so. And a Volt Absorb Jolteon. So I figured Dragon Move is what comes out. And yeah, we do take Spikes, which is marginally unfortunate. Holy shit, Bolt is so tall. Yeah, and your Terra Dragoning, which I imagine you only do if you click a Dragon Move, right? You have no other reason to do so, giving up your Electric typing. I mean, like, unless you wanted to switch into Great Tusk later in the game, but I don't think you're necessarily wanting to do that with Raging Bolt. You're just going to drop a Draco, drop a Volt Switch, Calm Mind. Okay, we will click Encore. You're not Mental Herb because you're Booster, and you'll take Poison Chip. We get Lefties. I believe Lefties and then Poison happens regardless, so I don't know if we can discern speed orders from this. but we do not have speed investment. I'm just gonna click Encore. If he scouted me, he knows I love my Encore Jirachi, but I have to click it, right? Like, worst case, he clicks an electric move and I Encore it, and then we're still golden. But yeah, you're probably Calm Mind 3 attacks, none of which are Heavy Slam, so. And you Terra, so you can't even be like Terra Blast. Alright, what does he want to do? If he pivots, right? Persist, pivot, perish. He chooses pivot. Yeah, persist, pivot, perish. That's an entrepreneurship thing. Zooch is the Metagross, that's fine. I do not want to take an Earthquake. I think Primarina with Fizdef is probably the best switch-in. Do I feel like U-turning? Knowing that, yeah, I think it's fine to get a little bit of U-turn chip. If you're fast, we get that knowledge. Either way, I don't necessarily know how fast you'd be on an agility set. So yeah, I'm fine to just click U-turn. You're not Helmet. Cool, yeah, we're still faster than this. I'm just gonna go into the Overquill, actually. Probably getting rocks up, I would imagine. Could have gone into Great Tusk as well. Yeah, Clear Body to block the Intim, obvious. Earthquakes. Okay, that does good damage, but that was a very telegraphed Earthquake. I'm just gonna attempt to Pain Split, as opposed to try to procking like a weakness policy with Crunch. And then next turn, I can just, if he just Earthquakes, I can Rapid Spin with Great Tusk. Or just Earthquake. Booster Speed Tusk looks quite nice here, admittedly. We are walled by Whimsicott, but whatever. I imagine that's what the Whims is here for, so. But as long as we get like our one Rapid Spin off, that's kind of the role of Great Tusk in this game. And then like if we have it, we have it. Okay. So we are faster, and we'll go ahead and bring that Metagross down pretty low after another Earthquake comes out. Do we live this? I think so. Yes. Fantastic. Now I will just Crunch. If your weakness policy will be low enough, if not, just dead. So, that's fine by me. If you're Bullet Punch, you'll take Rocky Helmet, also fine by me. Yeah. Only way this goes bad is if he is just going to Agility, but okay. He is not even weakness policy. Okay, so I was just playing around. That's okay. Very low. Overquill. Good job, buddy. You did your job. Don't want to... I assume you're not Bullet Punch either way, but Cinderace looks really good. So, just keep using it. Right? I can just Pyro Ball, and then if Dia comes in, I'll Iron Head it afterwards. Just don't miss Cinderace. Yeah, simple as that. Just don't miss. Maybe I could have gone into a Revenger that never misses, but that's okay. I wanted to preserve my booster speed on Great Tusk, so if we miss, we miss. Like, we're gonna be fine regardless. Okay, and we hit. Adamant Cinderace. Like, Bolt can come out. We still just go Jirachi. I'm just playing this one out. Like, don't necessarily see any great options for him. Bolt, Whimsicott, Deancey, and Weavile are your remaining options. You could go Weavile here. You know that I'm Boots, but you just go Bolt again. Okay. Yeah. And we just go Jirachi again. Whatever. His Bolt loop last time lost him 1 HP, or lost me 1 HP. So I assume this time he'll just attack. Yeah, Thunderbolts, but with no booster energy. That's a crit. That did like nothing. I think I just get my rocks up here. That way, if it's like a non-boots Weavile, we're in a great spot. We'll limit this Raging Bolt from doing much else. I can also click U-turn. How much does Rocks really help with here? Like, I don't necessarily need the chip on anything. And we already will learn about the Weavile's item status immediately from it taking T-Spikes or not. I could just get the Rocks, but... Because, like, he doesn't really... Like, what would he switch in? Loki isn't just Iron Head my play? Okay, he is faster. That does, like, nothing. Okay. Cool. Yeah, but he didn't know that he was faster than me last time, so, like... Okay. He's at half health. Yeah, let's get my Rocks. Whatever. Doesn't really matter what I do with this thing. The chip doesn't, like, help or hurt, so... 176 down to 83 is less than 100 points of damage. After lefties will live. Yeah. Rocks are up. Cool. And we'll just U-turn. Preserve the Jirachi. Get into Jolteon. Start clicking buttons. The balloon doesn't matter whatsoever, so... Yeah. Cool. And we should chew this. Yep. Jirachi. Good job, buddy. U-turn. That's a crit. If you die, you die. If you don't, you don't. Low-key, I prefer that you stay alive because that's a free Calm Mind turn. But you do. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine by me. Balloon don't matter. I can even preserve my Terra, right? I don't need the Terra Fairy anymore. Yeah, Dia comes out. Fine by me. I can just Calm Mind on this, actually. Like... or just Thunderbolt it down. I don't necessarily have the greatest switch into to Dia at this point, but like it spikes. It's not OTR, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he missed the balloon. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Yeah. I didn't take spikes, so he probably thought that I was boots. But no, because I'm off the ground with the balloon, that means that we don't take spikes. I could have Calm Minded on this thing. And there goes our air balloon. I think it'd be funny, you know, if like losing your air balloon meant like, oh, you fell onto the ground and now you take spikes, but that is not how the game works. Probably for the best for me in this case, right? But... like... yeah, we should have this from here, right? Like, we just have to address Whimsicott and, Weavile. We have a Sack. We have Brim for the Weave. And that's Whims, right? We haven't met it yet. And we have not met that nickname yet either. And it's not Boots, so take the T-Spike. And it will take Rocks. So I think I just Volt into Jirachi. Or I can just click Alluring Voice. I can just click Alluring Voice, right? Like, prevent it from doing much cheese to me. It's like subbing. It'll really get worn down very quickly between Poison and Alluring Voice going behind the sub. But he's just attacking. Okay, that does so much damage. Moonblast, we should live this. On 1 HP. That's Life Orb, that's why it was so close. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay, game's won. Jolteon hasn't died yet, so maybe we can keep it like that for Bash. But yeah, it'll be 8-0. But I don't want... no, I can't lose regardless. Because I have Booster Speed Great Tusk with Terra Electric. So, like, yeah, there's no lose condition. I guess this being Sash Weavile, right? That's the lose condition. So, I think I still just sack. I just can't let it Swords Dance twice, right? So diff also may matter. I don't think it will at this point. We just need to not lose the game. Yeah, but it just Ice Shards the Weavile. I can just Moonblast it. Don't even need to hit the field with Great Tusk. Like, we'll live... Okay, he's Axel. Okay, good night. Good night. Okay. Yeah, good game to Hunky over here. That'll lock us into the playoffs, which is great. Very quick game. I think we played that one quite well. I don't think any turns we really fucked up. Maybe we could have gotten a little bit more aggressive early game with the Cinderace. Maybe our Metagross sequence could have been marginally better. But, like, other than, like, we've played very well, I think, here. And that'll lock us into the playoffs this season. So, yeah, good games to Hunky. You'll have me at least for another week after the 2 weeks. Hopefully we can make the championship run here. But, yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe. You made it all the way here. I assume you enjoyed. And, yeah, peace.